Recording in progress.
Good morning, dear partners, dear collaborators, and dear guests, and welcome to the International Conference, Fashion Sustainability in the Spotlight, New Trends of Intercultural Learning. I am Mihaela Clincu, Project Deputy Coordinator and Director of Development and Innovation within Kasta Morrely Association, and it is my pleasure to be the moderator of the conference. The conference is dedicated to the dissemination of the international project Fashion Sustainability in the Spotlight, New Trends of Intercultural Learning. And I am pleased to have with us together with me in the panel, Ms. Ana Hriscu, Project Coordinator, PhD in Applied Ethics in Fashion and Fashion Theatre, Kasta Morrely Association Executive President, Mr. Alexandru Coutinho, President of Intercultural Association for All from Portugal, and Mr. Amin Haj Tayeb, Head of Design Department of Sfax University from Tunisia. It is my pleasure to thank to the host of the conference, the Liaison Office of the European Parliament in Romania, and with the thank for all the support that we have received during the implementation of this project. We are pleased to have together with us for the conference representative of the international partners of the project, local and national partners who have been actively involved in the successful implementation of the project, representatives from the cultural and creative industry sectors, from educational, youth domain, and associative sector, as well as project beneficiaries. We are welcoming and we are pleased to have together with us representatives from the Liaison Office of the European Parliament in Romania, Deputy Chamber of the Romanian Parliament, Embassy of Tunisia in Romania, Ministry of Family, Youth and Equal Opportunities, Ministry of Culture, local and national cultural and educational institutions, and media partners. Thank you for being together with us. We are pleased to mention that the conference is live broadcasted on the Kasta Morrely YouTube channel and the social media channels of the project, Fashion Fair Tomorrow. And with this occasion, we are pleased to transmit our greetings also to the local partners, collaborators, beneficiaries, and everybody who are following us at the moment. The conference is dedicated to disseminating the results of the international project, Fashion Sustainability in the Spotlight, New Trends of Intercultural Learning, that have been implemented for the last 2 years, co-funded with the support of the Creative Europe program of the European Union. Therefore, this conference is dedicated to the project relevance for the topics fashion sustainability and intercultural learning, to highlight topics that we have approached during this time. Also, within the Creative Europe program of the European Union, and to promote the importance of stakeholders' cooperation in the cultural and creative industries. In the further moments, I am pleased to give the word to Ms. Ana Hriscu, Project Coordinator, Kasta Morrely Association Executive President, to say her welcoming word.
Thank you very much for this warm welcome. Good afternoon to everybody, and we are very pleased and honored to be here together. First of all, I want to thank Ms. Clincu for her kind introduction, and I want to thank all of you for your presence here at this symbolic moment, the final of the European project Fashion Sustainability in the Spotlight, New Trends of Intercultural Learning, co-funded by the Creative Europe program of the European Union. What I want to say is that we are very pleased that now we are at the end of a wonderful journey. It was a 3-year journey, spread over 2 continents, Europe and Africa, and in wonderful countries like Romania, Portugal, Tunisia, and 6 cities, Iași, Bucharest, Constanța, Sfax, Monastir, Barcelos, which crowns the calendar of activities of this European project. On behalf of Kasta Morrely team, specialists and volunteers, I am honored to thank the European Commission for the existence of the Creative Europe program, coordinated by highly professional representatives dedicated to supporting the cultural and creative industries and the sustainable development of the community. Also, I want to congratulate the involvement and the professionalism within the project to the main partners, Intercultural for All Association from Portugal and the University of Sfax from Tunisia, among with the partners, the institutions, the companies, and the selected fashion designers from Romania, Tunisia, Portugal, Netherlands, Turkey, Ukraine, Lebanon, Moldova, Italy, and Czech Republic. Together, we have collaborated to accomplish the civic purpose of this project, appreciated at the highest level, not only as innovator, but also connected with a deeper theme. The theme that is of interest at the European Union, namely the sustainability of fashion and the interculturality. During these 2 hours, we invite you to join us in a wonderful overview of the project and to be a part of it through interventions to common discussions within today's conference.
Thank you very much for your welcoming word. I will invite now Mr. Alexandre Coutinho, President of Intercultural Association for All, to say his welcoming word.
Thank you very much. Hello, I'm Alexandre Coutinho, as Maya said. I'm the president of our of Intercultural Association for All. I want to say thank you very much to invite me to be here, and it looks amazing after so long time for this project. So many challenges that we had, even with COVID, that forced us to change so many times, and everything went in a good way. We really tried to do our best. So I want to thank you for that. I want also to thank to Tunisian partner, which it was very good for us to know him better, and now finally in person. Because of pandemic, it was not possible for us to be together. And of course to Dr. Morrely and to all the team, thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you very much, and I'm pleased to pass the word to Mr. Amin Hashtayem on behalf of University of Sfax for the welcoming word.
Thank you, Maya. I'm Amin Hashtayem, Vice Director and Director of Studies of the Higher Institute of Art and Craft in Sfax in Tunisia, from the University of Sfax. It's with pleasure that we are in these projects, and we participate in this conference and to be part in this consortium. Thank you, Kasta Morrely, for the invitation, and we are pleasure to be here and to disseminate the different results of the project. Thank you again.
Thank you also. And now it is my pleasure to invite together with us Ms. Anca Maria Simion on behalf of the Liaison Office of the European Parliament in Romania, together with the thanks of being together with us during all the project time and implementation.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Maya. Good morning. It is indeed a pleasure to host today's meeting in our European Parliament Liaison Office in Romania. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for letting us know about this project, because I found out, the first time when I found out about this project, I was very curious to learn more, because about fashion, when we talk within the European Parliament, we don't have many opportunities. So because of that, I'm grateful to the team that let us know about this project. And for example, it was the first time when I found out about fashion theater, which is a concept that helps a lot to promote culture, to promote traditional costumes, to promote folklore. And it was very nice to learn about this new concept due to this project. First of all, I would like to congratulate the 3 partners and to welcome all of you to Bucharest. It is an innovative project, and it's in 2017 the European Parliament, in a resolution on the implementation of the regulation on 2014-2020 Creative Europe program, raised the issue to put more focus on artists and creativity. And this is exactly what this project brought. And we were happy to be present in the project. Although we are not able to come to the fashion festivals, we were able to organize, due to the team, an EP information stand, and to promote a little bit also what the EP is doing and what are the European values. And despite the additional burdens that COVID put for this project, All the activities that were implemented, the video books, the trainings, the fashion festivals, they contributed a lot to raise awareness about sustainability in fashion and to develop creativity and intercultural competencies. Sustainability needs to be embraced by all businesses, as this is the only approach to ensure long-term value. Circularity and sustainability needs to be incorporated in all stages of the value chain so that we can reach our objective to have a fully circular economy by 2050. I look forward to learn more details about the projects, about the lessons learned of this initiative, as I'm confident that this project can be replicated. I wish you fruitful discussions, and once again, congratulations for the project. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your input, and also big thank you for all the support given during this project, as we had the honor to have also together with us representatives of the European Parliament that transmitted us their message during the international festivals. And yes, we did use the benefits of the digital era because we received them in the digital form, and also the audience of the Creative Industries Festival organized in Iași enjoyed very much the informative and support materials that you have the generosity to send us, and then we have transmitted to the audience. And because the project, it is implemented in an international partnership, and because we are involving here the University of Sfax from Tunisia as a project partner, which is also in a very beginning of involving Tunisia in a Creative Europe co-funded project. I am honored to invite Mrs. Asef Bulaimen Guia from the Embassy of Tunisia in Romania together with us to say her welcoming word.
Thank you very much. Mrs. President of Kasta Morrely Association, Mrs. Project Coordinator, ladies and gentlemen, dear partners, on behalf of Her Excellency, Mrs. Rajay Jinewi Ben Ali, Ambassador of the Republic of Tunisia in Bucharest, I would like to express my thanks for inviting us to take part to this conference. I would like to congratulate the Kasta Morrely Association for the coordination of the European project Fashion Sustainability in the Spotlight New Trends and Intercultural Learning, which was co-financed by the Creative Europe program of the European Union. My congratulations also go to their international partners, namely the University of Sfax from my country, Tunisia, which is one of the most prestigious Tunisian universities, and the Intercultural Organization for All from Portugal, for their commendable efforts that contributed to the success of this project. In this regard, I would like to highlight that this project will serve to strengthen the capacities of the cultural and creative industries and to promote cultural heritage and intercultural diversity, bearing in mind sustainable development. In fact, taking my country as an example, cultural and creative industries in Tunisia have the potential to be an engine for economic growth and social well-being, since culture has been recognized by the Tunisian government as one of the strategic acts for development. Indeed, the Tunisian government is the leading actor within CCI in Tunisia. It continues to inject financial resources into a small part of already existing talents and to support market access for young artisans. CCI actors in the private sector include not only artists, designers, writers, architects, musicians, filmmakers, but also actors in the entrepreneurial ecosystem from which creative entrepreneurs and CCI startups can benefit. Also, Tunisia has integrated entrepreneurial education into university curricula as part of its entrepreneurship promotion strategy since the early 2000s. Besides this, Tunisia is the only Arab, African, and South Mediterranean country to be part of the Creative Europe program. My country has joined this program from July 2017, and after an initial phase from 2014 to 2020, Tunisia joined the second phase of the Creative Europe program for the period of 2021-2027. Moreover, cultural and creative industries in Tunisia have generated positive spillover effects to the economy and society, as promoting the knowledge economy by encouraging business development in creative sector, boosting youth and female employment by increasing awareness in creative entrepreneurship, enhancing economic competitiveness and increasing regional economic resilience through income generation and diversification from traditional sectors to creative and innovative sectors with higher value added potential, such as the gaming industry. To conclude, I would like to share with you a few figures concerning the cultural and creative industries in Tunisia, which generate a turnover of around 1.5 billion of Tunisian dinars, 0.7 of GDP, 14,000 companies operating in CCI, 70,000 jobs, or 1.6% of the working population. I would like also to add that design and other creative services are the most revenue-generating sector. It covers about 39% of the CCI market size. And music is the second largest revenue stream with nearly 200 million dinars of revenue. Ladies and gentlemen, I reiterate my thanks and congratulations, and I thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Ms. Asef Bulaiman-Goya, on behalf of the Embassy of Tunisia in Romania, for your input in supporting the importance of the cultural and creative industry sector in the development of our communities. In the further moment, we'd like to share with you a few information about the international project, Fashion Sustainability in the Spotlight, New Trends of Intercultural Learning. And I will give the word to Ms. Ana Hriscu, Project Coordinator.
Thank you very much. So, as you know, this project reunited partner organization with performances in performing arts, cultural education, research, and application in sustainable fashion, with the common objectives in bringing the intercultural learning and sustainable fashion at a higher level of engagement. All the partners come from regions with history and rich tradition in textile sector that needed a boost in international recognition and exchanging experience. So our project aimed to be an innovative demonstration of democratic access to culture of performing arts and promoted the innovation of civic education in culture. The project contributes to capacity building in the cultural and creative industries by supporting the importance of specialized training and complementary qualifications. So our general idea was to ground on the general concept of increasing the level of fashion literacy and educational value of professional fashion through an integrated approach of intercultural learning towards sustainability of fashion. Of course, that each partner will say briefly some information about the expertise that we each one brought, but about Kasta Morrely at 20 years of activity and as a cultural association recognized as model of good practice by the European Commission for several years, I would like to say that we have contributed through our specialized experience and through our volunteers to the development of the cultural and creative industry sectors at international level. And this contribution was materialized through the creative and through the professional occupational standard legalized in the Code of Occupations in Romania. We are referring here to the events organizers and mannequin profession, the writing of specialized handbooks of mannequin events organizers and master of ceremonies, and the creation of the artistic genre fashion theater. These specialized qualifications of our team completed with the PhDs of our organizations. For example, I have the first PhD in the world in fashion theater and the specialization of the PhD in the applied ethics on fashion and sustainability of fashion. Structured and introduced in the field of culture at the end of the year 2020, the public events with educational impact of the organizers and fashion events. Now I would like also to let the partners to say a little bit about their involvement, that this will be later. And now I would like to please Ms. Maya to tell about the objectives of the project.
The project has followed during these 2 years of involvement within this international partnership to develop capacity building in the cultural and creative domains, and approach as main topics the sustainable fashion, the structured development in performing arts, promoting the collaboration between the main stakeholders in cultural and creative industries for intercultural learning. Therefore, we have approached, that's why we say new trends of intercultural learning, because it's intercultural learning through fashion performing arts. And the project had as objective to support the competencies development for young people at the beginning of career, and we have the beneficiaries young people trained on intercultural communication on sustainable fashion through performing arts in Romania, Portugal and Tunisia. We have contributed to increase the status of eco-design approach and sustainable practices in fashion performing arts, valuing the attractiveness of the fashion activity on audience development through 4 fashion events initially established that ended up in 6 fashion, cultural and fashion events to guide future innovation in fashion performing arts, merging the sustainable textile and traditional motifs into itinerant intercultural fashion collections that have been created within the project, that have been put on stage through the fashion theater new artistic genre in all the 3 countries that have been involved within the project. And to allow knowledge transfer, to boost intercultural learning in fashion and address training needs by sustainable instruments that have been created, the Fashion Cultural Magazine and Intercultural Guide of learning of intercultural learning through fashion performing arts, and nonetheless to develop the professional capacity in the creative sector of fashion within the 3 partner organizations and institutions from Romania, Portugal and Tunisia, with complementary activities on intercultural communication, sustainable fashion design and fashion performing arts. This was, in short, the project presentation about the aims, about the objectives. More about the results we will continue further on, but now because the project have been co-funded by the Creative Europe program of the European Union, I will invite Ms. Ana Hriscu to tell us a few words about the importance of this program for the sector of the cultural and creative industries.
Yes, it's very important to better understand what is the Creative Europe program, moreover the culture strand, to better understand the project, because this program, Creative Europe, is the European Union's most important funding program dedicated to supporting the creative, cultural and audiovisual fields. It's managed by the European Commission and the Education, Audiovisual and Culture Executive Agency in Brussels. Is dedicated to funding program for cultures that supports cultural diversity, cultural heritage and the competitiveness of the cultural and creative sectors in Europe. Because of Creative Europe, it was able to do this 3-year collaboration between Romania, Portugal and Tunisia. They support in the strand of culture. The Creative Europe program supports a wide range of cultural and creative sectors, including, among others, architecture, cultural heritage, design, literature and publishing, music and performing arts. It encourages the cooperation and exchanges among cultural organizations and artists within Europe and beyond.
Thank you very much, and we are honored that Kasta Morrely is one of the 6 institutions and organizations throughout the previous funding program of the Creative Europe program, the previous 7 years, that has a project leader from Romania, which is an honor for us, but also a motivation to continue the beautiful results that we have acquired during this time with the follow-up of this activity. And because we are talking about the important support that the European Union is offering to the sector of cultural and creative industries, but also to the sector of education, of civil society, and the importance of stakeholders, we are pleased to invite together with us Ms. Oana Băluțescu, the coordinator of the program of Citizens, Equality, Rights and Values of the European Union within the European Union, which is as well the program developed in the new 7 years funding program, and Ms. Oana Băluțescu will tell us more about the evolution of this program.
Well, Hi, everybody. I'm so glad to be here with old friends I'd like to consider, because I have known these wonderful girls for some years, and I saw with a great pleasure how they developed in time. Really, it's a pleasure, and I'm glad that they managed to finish this project. Now, I won't bother you too much because we have to celebrate them. It's their moment of glory, in fact. But some words I'd like to say about a new program, pretty new, not very new, that will offer, I think, a lot of opportunities for all kinds of organizations. And you can see from the title that it's quite broad as coverage. So the program is called Citizens, Equality, Rights and Values. So everything dealing with these fields, because there are a lot of them, may be funded through your project. I have known the organization that brought us together today also due to a program that was funded from the former Euro for Citizens program. And that's how I started not only to know, but also to follow the activity of this group of very interesting organizations. And I can tell you that not only during the project they had some, I don't know, 6-7 years ago with Euro for Citizens, but also with this one, funded by Creative Europe, they managed to keep not only the line, but to do it in very, very good conditions. So this program that I am kind of coordinating in Romania, because we are a national contact point hosted by the Ministry of Culture, can provide any kind of information you need and can assist you in elaborating projects. Of course, we are not writing for you. This is not our job, because it's your idea and you know better than me what you want to do inside your project. But it's important to know that you have somebody who can guide you and who can tell you if you are on the good way, let's say, or you have to change something inside your project. So whenever you have a question or whenever you have an idea, let's just talk, let's just meet. I left at the entrance some small leaflet, let's say, which may give you the contacts that you need in case that you want to get in touch with any of us, me or my colleagues. And it's not that we can only talk, but also you can be sure that if needed, we can come to you and work together for your project. So I think that would be all, because it's Kasta, Morrely and Partners Day. They have to be celebrated and they have to be congratulated. Bravo, girls. And you too. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Also, Ms. Oana Băluțescu knows us since we have developed previous projects within the Citizens for Europe program, and also by generating with sustainable and long-term impact, fact that we aim as well through this project. And because we are talking about results and because we are sharing opportunities that the European Union is offering, also I'd like to thank to the Creative Europe program representation in Romania, because as Ms. Oana Băluțescu mentioned that they offer guidance and support. Yes, we also did receive the guidance of support, very important for us in the project application and during the implementation time, and we are very grateful for this. And because we are talking about the project, we reached a very beautiful moment from our side to share with you the results that we have acquired during this time. And starting with the project activities, I would like to tell you in the beginning first a little bit the structure of the project and the activities that have been involved as main parts. We had the international trainings, sustainable fashion towards and intercultural learning. We had the main cultural and creative fashion expression events. We have created 2 intercultural sustainable collections that have been itinerant within the cultural and creative fashion expression events organized in Romania, Portugal, and Tunisia. We have organized informative and educational seminars about sustainable design, about the sustainability in the domains of makeup and hairstyle, additional domains to the fashion sector, and we have created the sustainable results of the cultural fashion magazine, the Intercultural Guide. About this, we will have the pleasure to present you in the further moment together with our partners. And to start with the training, we have organized international training, intercultural learning towards sustainable fashion. The training was organized in Romania in March last year in a hybrid format because we are still during the pandemic. In Tunisia as well in a hybrid format, and in Portugal also. Therefore, because we talk about creativity and innovation, we can tell that the whole pandemic situation forced us to be very innovative in following the project schedule and in becoming a strength of the project all the challenges that we have met. Because during this situation, in the project initially there were established to be 3 international trainings, but we have 7 international trainers that was involved because of the online and the digital means we could extend and develop the program. And we will show you also some short images from the following trainings, starting with the training in Iași. We have the pleasure to involve more than 25 young people at career beginning from Iași and the region of Moldova that have been involved under the guidance of the international trainers, have been involved in dynamic sessions approaching the topics of European policies. They talk about European Union programs, about the European Union programs dedicated to sustainability, like the European New Green Deal, the new European Bauhaus, and programs dedicated and alienated to the whole priorities that European Union is following in the sector of the sustainability. They have learned about fashion theater and how to promote fashion theater for intercultural learning, and they have been involved in non-formal education methodology because during this project we brought together the cultural and creative means and the fashion performing arts means together with the non-formal education means because they were experientially learning, involving by doing. So the first stage was that they acquired the information, they acquired the practical knowledge, and afterward, in the next steps of the project, they have been involved throughout all the steps of the project, which is a good input for us because until the end of the project, they continued. So it was not just a training for them, it was a process for them because the participants at the training, they can still continue to be involved in the activities that we organize and that we involve. So the training was supported also in a physical format with the trainers that we had from Iași and in online format with the support of the trainers from Portugal and Tunisia who enter in online. And therefore the participants could gain specialized knowledge about sustainable fashion, about sustainability in design. As you see, they have been practically involved in methods of promoting interculturality and sustainability in the domain of fashion. And they have been involved in creative entrepreneurship competencies development because they have also learned how to initiate an idea in the cultural and creative industries, how to promote, to develop a brand in the cultural and creative industries, and how to develop maybe a next initiative or company in the creative entrepreneurship. This was in short about the training in Romania. I will pass the word to Mr. Amin Hashtayem to tell us a few words about the training in Tunisia, and we'll invite you to follow some pictures from the training in Tunisia.
Thank you, Maya. It was a pleasure for us as the University of Sfax to be in the consortium as the first university in Tunisia joining this program of Creative Europe. It's also the first university of South region of Mediterranean to be involved in this project, and also in the north of Africa we are the first university participating in this project. During this project we participate in the different training sessions organized by the partner. And one of them was the training school organized in Sfax during the month of June. Almost 35 participants participate in this training school. They was from design student in bachelor degree, but also in master and PhD degree. But also we have involved early career designer to be in this training school to have to improve their skills and competence in designing approach, in design thinking, in taking account of the environment aspects when designing and when conceiving their product. During this training school, different collection was designed, and those collection was presented after that during the event organized in the Creative Europe program. But also we participate in the training school organized by Kasta Morrely in Yash during month of March 2021. But also we participated also in a hybrid format during the training school organized in Barcelos during the month of October 2021. We try to exchange knowledge. We also try to share competences and promote textile heritage from Africa, from Tunisia, and also to give more new approach dealing with green design, dealing with eco design, dealing also with intercultural learning. So I think that the result was good for the different involvement country, and we are happy to be here and to present this project and the different deliverable obtained. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now I invite Mr. Alexandre Coutinho.
So in Portugal, actually we are very, very happy about the training in Portugal, because it was the only training that we had the pleasure to have foreigners in person in there. It was not possible for the Tunisian trainers to be in there because of pandemic again and the visa issues, but at least we had the Romanian team, Kasta Morrely team, they were in there, and which the impact, we could see this, the impact, it was much bigger because the students face to face with a foreign person that they were speaking in English, you know, the contact person by person, it was really surprising. Although the association, the Sfax University, they were online in a hybrid form, because we had also online training, like here we have now. It was also very important, the impact that they had, of course, and actually they did really a nice job. The students really loved the online part. But I mean, the one that we make in person, in the no formal way, it was very interesting to see the impact in the students, even in the teachers, that they are used to have these formal classes. We approach them in a no formal way. It was really, really interesting, and how motivated the students were, and actually all the school, they were involved, and it was really, really nice. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This was in short the 3 international training that we organized, and in the further moment we'll present the creation process, the co-creation process of the intercultural sustainable fashion collections, which was as well, you see during this project we work all the time in a cooperation. This happened also for the creation of the fashion collections, because we have been involved in an extended team involving the designers team from Romania, Portugal, and from Tunisia that have been involved in the creation of the intercultural sustainable fashion collections. And we will show you also a little bit on how was the process of co-creating the collection. We discussed first on the main topics, main themes, and main objectives of the collection. We created the first collection, which promotes the intercultural traditions from all of our countries. And then we have presented the collection. We have started the process of co-creating the second collection, which was presented in the fashion and expression events organized in Romania, Portugal, and Tunisia. It was a process of learning for all of us, because promoting tradition and culture in a sustainable created collection, and when I say sustainable, we mean by the methods of creating, by using the zero waste techniques and using the digital benefits that we can apply in the fashion design industry in order to generate as less waste possible, by using recycled materials and by using also handmade embroideries and the process of working individual on each piece. About the creation process of the Romanian collection, we will have the pleasure to have further on invite the representative of Kasta Fashion, the sustainable fashion company that was involved in the creating of the collection, and they will tell you more about the process that they applied. Now I will pass the word again to Mr. Amin to tell us a little bit about the process of creating the collection in Tunisia.
Thank you again, Maya. During this project, we participated also as University of Sfax by the co-creation of 2 collections that was prepared during the training school. And the first collection was involving students from the University of Sfax. Also, the main concept of this collection is to use traditional graphics, but also traditional techniques, traditional fabric, with trendy style, with a modern style, in the same model. This was the main guideline of this first collection. The second collection also was inspired from traditional graphics, using handmade techniques, also using eco-friendly approach by using natural materials and mainly biodegradable materials. Also using recycled and reused fabric. Some of the main concept in those 2 collections. We also used the digitalization of this collection by using our innovative lab in our university, which is composed by simulation solution from the body scanner to until the conception and realization of the product. And this digitalization can help in reducing the material use of when producing a product. So the 2 collection was presented in the different fashion event organized in Romania, Portugal, but also in Tunisia with 2 different events organized in November 2020. Thank you.
Thank you very much. As you see, it was a very beautiful process that have been involved in the creating of the collection. And now I will invite Mr. Alexandre Cutine to say a little bit about the process of creating the collection of Portugal.
Thank you, Maya. So for us, we had some meetings with the municipality in order to find a motive for our project and for our collection. Sorry, and our municipality suggests us to put the crivo embroidery, which Barcelos is taking the heritage of this embroidery because it is handmade and it gives a lot of work to do. So it is here in this collection that you can see now. And our designer, we select Rita Sá, a young designer. You can see the kind of tissues, she selects tissues that they are, I don't know how to say it in English, but this is this old kind of tissues that old people were doing in the machines, I don't know. And then they apply this crivo embroidery, which it is also handmade. All the process it's made by hand, and we try to develop all the collection with this, combining these two things to give the sustainability like the project wants. And it was very nice and very challenge for us. It was the municipality was very happy also for us to promote this crivo embroidery. So it was very good. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Indeed, everybody deserves applause because it was a process of co-working among all the 3 countries with the designers team that have been involved within this process. And yes, you could see also on the images the result of this work. We all enjoy it. And I want to tell you that also during the fashion events, the impact was very beautiful because we could see so many similarities between the traditions that we have among the countries, Romania, Portugal, and Tunisia, and how beautiful these were blended by being presented in a fashion design, creating in a sustainable manner, but in the same time to keep the traditional source and to adapt it to the contemporaneity. So tradition, it's part of our modern life. We keep it, we share it, we cherish it, but we think also for the future generations because we create it in a sustainable way, in a way of being aligned with the needs of the next generation and with the needs of the sustainability development. It is indeed another sustainable result that we have within the project because these collections for sure will be further presented on national and international catwalks in fashion because it's worth to promote the work that have done by promoting intercultural learning through sustainable fashion. And because you already saw some of the results of the fashion creative industries events that were organized, we can go on presenting the next main part of the project, that is part of the cultural and creative fashion expressions, that included 6 fashion events that were organized. First was in Romania last year, the first event for us after the pandemic. It was also developed in a hybrid form in physical and digital. Afterwards, we organized a fashion event in Tunisia, in Portugal. Continued with the digital edition in Romania in the fall-winter season of 2021 and the summer-spring edition of Kasta Morrely Fashion and Creative Industries Festival of this year. More about this, I will invite Miss Ana Hriscu to tell us about the process of the events.
So, firstly, we will present the Creative Industries Festival, Kasta Morrely Fashion Week, which is an evolution in the sector of cultural and creative industries, by the fact that this educational demonstration events approaches the cultural approach dedicated to fashion shows. Firstly, we will present you the anniversary edition, the 10th Kasta Morrely Fashion Week, that it was celebrated during the project at the Palace of Army, Palatul Oștirii, from Iași city, and we invite you to watch a short presentation, a video of the best of. Firstly, I would like to say that we did this event in full pandemic in summer 2021, so it was a huge involvement of all the partners, and we as organizers the same, and we want to thank to the Ministry of Army because they helped us a lot with what it meant the event. This was held between 30 June and 4 July in Iași and in Romanian coast, the digital part, and included 3 events: the anniversary edition that you saw a few images, an international seminar dedicated to sustainable fashion, and a digital edition on the seaside. What you saw, the event from the Palatul Oștirii, the Palace of Army, it had the honor to debut with the singing of the Romanian anthem in the accompaniment of the military music of Iași Garnison. And also we are very grateful and happy and honored because the opening of the anniversary event, and actually the first event during the pandemic that started the circuit of fashion events, started with the, it was officiated by Mrs. Barbara Gessler, the head of Creative Europe, Directorate General of Education, Youth, Sport and Culture of the European Commission. She entered live from Brussels. She opened actually this whole relive of fashion events, not only in Romania, but internationally. And she appreciated the event for the innovation, the original concept, and the promotion of sustainability, culture, and education at the international level. We selected there over 40 designers from 10 countries. We invited designers and selected them from Romania, Tunisia, Portugal, Netherlands, actually the Royal House from Netherlands, Turkey, Ukraine, Lebanon, Moldova, Italy, Czech Republic, and we had 4 universities with specialization in fashion design. Of course, the University of Sfax, but also the universities from Iași, Timișoara, and Oradea. Also, we can put now some images from the digital edition that was on the seaside. We orientated to the seaside because we thought that it's very illustrative to what it means sustainability. And actually, through each edition of Kasta Morrely Fashion Week, we managed to keep the character of originality and novelty through the qualified expertise of the organizers, through the fashion theater and a rigorous selection of participating designers and fashion houses. But what was also for us very helpful is that during the past 2 years, thanks to the support that we received from the Creative Europe program of the European Commission, we are able actually to grow the festival with more sustainable fashion activities. Each edition of Kasta Morrely Fashion Week within the project has focused on the concept of fashion sustainability, supporting the development of skills of young people at the beginning of their careers in the creative industries, and encouraging sustainable approach in creative and fashion fields, clothing. So actually through performing arts, even if it was digital or actually live on catwalk, we addressed the intercultural learning and the sustainable fashion education for the audience development. It was actually a way through which everybody who can watch this kind of events can be more aware about sustainability, can put more questions about what sustainability means, and be able to take more informed decision in his life about his lifestyle, way of clothing, way of living. Actually, in each part of our lives, we must include sustainability, not only in design or clothing. So the idea was to be more close to what it means, the real people, not only to remain there in the area of the catwalk and on the stage.
Yes, and as you can see, the catwalk can be the seaside shore, can be natural landscapes that we can transform, and by this promoting the environmental background together with the fashion design. And the Cultural and Creative Industries Kasta Morrely Fashion Week included as well informative activities, and it was completed with a seminar dedicated on sustainable fashion that was organized in Iași, and that enjoyed participation of international team of designers that have presented to the audience how the concept of their collection in sustainable fashion it is presented. You can see also some images from the international seminar that was organized. Therefore, the informative part was blended together with fashion performing arts. And now we are pleased to invite again Mr. Amin Hashtayev from the Sfax University to speak about the fashion events organized in Monastir and Sfax.
Thank you again, Maya. It was really a challenge for us to organize the fashion event in Tunisia during the different wave of coronavirus during last years. But I think that we not only succeed in organizing one event, but we organized 2 events, and not only in Sfax region, but also in Monastir region, to have more dissemination of the result and the concept of the fashion sustainability and also the intercultural learning approaches. So during the first events, we involved Tunisian designer, but also Tunisian student in the different level of their studies to present the collection that was created by using traditional but also sustainable technique like natural dyeing of fabric of the yarn, but also hand making product like embroidery, like printing. So during the first event, it was more than 200 attendees was present during this first fashion events in Monastir. And it was also a pleasure for us to host the different the partner in this project, Kasta, Morrely, and Yafa from Portugal. So the second event also was organized in Sfax during the month of November 2021. And we also involved the different local and international partner in this event to disseminate the product results of the project. As the University of Sfax is part of a different network related to textile and mainly clothing and design creative jobs. So among the networks, we are partner in the European science and technology dealing with textile and advanced materials. We are also partner in the Euro Web network, which is promoting and identifying textile heritage all in Europe, but also all around in the world. And also, as university, we are member of the Association of University for Textile in the world. And those videos are from the different fashion events organized in Tunisia, and I give you the opportunity to see the events.
Thank you very much. Therefore, 2 fashion events organized in Monastir and Sfax in Tunisia, organized by our partner University of Sfax with the involvement and participation of the project partners. And now it is time to go to Portugal and to see about the fashion event in Portugal.
Thank you. So for us, it was really, really challenge. We postponed so many times this event, and when we thought, okay, COVID is going, everything will start being good, we had elections for the municipality, and the municipality changed, they lost, so it came a new team, so we had to negotiate everything again. But anyway, it was, they support us, of course, and it was everything really, really great. I'm sorry, I want to underline our event. We invite all the designers, the team, it was mainly from Portugal, but we try to invite young people. This is also academy dance. They work a lot with youth, So we try as much as possible to involve young people in there, young generation. And then we try to make like a glamorous event with, of course, we gave this international dimension with Tunisia and with Romania, which it was really, really great. And then we put our local, national, let's say, but some of them are quite near of our city, designers, which they are, some of them, they are famous in Portugal, in some countries, but all of them are young. In here, the support of the municipality was essential to do this. Even the municipality company, EMEC, and the school, they help us a lot, and they give the facilities. It was in the school, and which they have a good scenario. It was very nice and good to see all the students, all the people involved, volunteers. Actually, we work also with volunteering programs, European Solidarity Corps. So we put our volunteers, international volunteers, to work in there, and it was very good to see such amazing team with different nationalities, and also with a team from Romania, all in there, I'm sorry, working together to have this nice result, which it was very, very good. Thank you.
Thank you as well. And it was indeed very enriching to see the fashion event as well organized in Portugal. And now we go again to Romania, to the digital event in December.
Yeah, actually, because again we are in full pandemic, we said what we do, we postpone the event and we say no, we're gonna do the event with the audience, but meanwhile we're gonna do a digital one. And because this non-profit cultural event, Kasta Morrely Fashion Week, promotes since the first edition the very important role of cultural activities coordinated by qualified personnel, we decided to choose the Palace Cesianu Racoviță from Bucharest, that is the headquarters of Artmark Auction House. They host a lot of cultural pieces. We can put some images from the digital event. In the program, we selected 10 representative designers from different fields of fashion. It was also couture, also ready-to-wear, but sustainable and handcrafts were also presented. The main event was broadcast in digital format on 11th December on the festival pages. And actually the aim was to present the cultural heritage, also together with the art and the contribution of designers to the evolution of fashion, as well as fashion trends and how they are worn, to highlight the day-by-day people in accordance with the promotion of the importance of fashion sustainability. So now you can see some images.
Therefore, again, we took the challenge of the pandemic and we created a full digital fashion event that was broadcasted, and in the same time to promote the cultural and creative industry sectors together. So we bring the fashion, we bring architecture together, makeup, hairstyle, and all the sector together in promoting the sustainability in fashion. And going to the last fashion activity of the project.
Yeah, actually now we're gonna keep a little bit this, because this is actually an example of slow fashion. This is a designer that is doing handcraft on all the clothes, and then we are going, but I wanted to highlight the previous designer, that it was actually slow fashion, the definition of slow fashion. Now we go with the further event that is already out of the pandemic. It was held between 29 April and 1 May in Iași city. And it was in a beautiful event center where all the people were free to come. We had also a fair for them when the entrance was free, and we selected all the examples of the designers from circular fashion, ethical, slow fashion, and sustainable that came there. They could speak with the designer, they can touch the clothes, they could take them home or be able to see them on the catwalk. We can put images from the event, from the Agora Event Center. And about the event, I want to say that, of course, that the Kasta Morrely Fashion Week created the framework for active engagement, for self-expression, for gaining specialized experience, and the public display environment for the creativity and the early career designers selected. But also they were on the same catwalk with notorious fashion designers from the big fashion weeks from Milan, New York, or London. They were presented in Kasta Morrely Fashion Week during the whole edition since the beginning of this event. And the fact is that we are managing to bring them together, and now thanks to the Creative Europe program, to bring more and more to highlight their work in the sustainable field. We can put also some sound. Yeah. Festivalului Industriilor Creative Kasta Morrely Fashion Week Spring Summer 2022. During the event, we presented to the audience also educational movies in which they, in order for them to understand these concepts or what it means, circular fashion, sustainability, ethical fashion, because sometimes it can be only some theoretical concepts and you cannot really understand that it's something that you can include in your day-by-day life. So this was very important for us. We presented the movies, they see the designers, they could talk to them, they could touch the clothes, they could buy them, and just everything happened in a very non-formal way of learning for all of them.
And also the festival was completed with a fashion fair, fashion encounter, Fashion for Tomorrow, by which the designers could present on stands their collection, and also the audience could directly speak with them, could see the collection closer and come really close to the process of creating the collections that they could see also on the catwalk. And also the festival included two seminars dedicated to the sustainability in cultural and creative industries, dedicated to the makeup and to hairstyle, because as we already mentioned, it comes together the informative and also the performing arts. And it's important to mention that also the cultural and creative fashion expressions were completed with job shadowings that included participation of young people at career beginning in cultural and creative industries that benefited by job shadowing programs during all the fashion events. And I will invite again Mr. Alexandre Coutinho to tell us a little bit about the job shadowing of the participants from Portugal.
Thank you, Maya. So this job shadowing, it was really amazing, and I can see how mentalities of a student can change. It was really, even me, I was not thinking it was, they will shocked them. I don't know, that shocked them, and they changed so much that even the parents come to me to speak with me, saying, what did you do to my son, that now they want to learn English, they want to travel, they want to develop a career. It was really, really nice. But let me, well, say from the beginning, we sent the first two for Romania, two students that they were really, they were starting this fashion career. And actually, they loved this. They had this passion, but they didn't know English. But they came, and at the end, it was so funny that I met them 1 or 2 weeks after we returned to Portugal, and they said, "Alex, I'm taking a English course now. I'm having classes. I didn't learn in the school. Now I want to learn. I want to know more about this." And if you have another project like this, please invite me. Please invite me. I want to participate in this kind of projects. And I said, whoa, what is this? Then the second one went to Tunisia, exactly the same. They were so happy. They actually, some of them were in the second year, so they were students. They could learn English still in the school, but their approach to the classes, how they behave in the classes, changed, but completely changed. Now the teacher said, well, they are completely different students that they were before. And then also in Portugal, when we had the fashion event, it came of course, the job shadowing from Romania. From Tunisia, it was not possible to come. It was online. It was so nice because they said, okay, they are coming here like in the training, so I want to meet them. We want to participate. And it came also not only the two job shadowing that was supposed us to bring, but actually all the school from fashion trainings, they were coming to join us, to help us, to volunteer because they want to learn, they want to have this international contact, they want to learn more about the project, they want to speak in English, they want to learn the new cultures in here. It was so nice to see the impact. And to finish, it was a bit different than the usual. It is the parents come to me and say, thank you very much to bring my son to participate in such kind of event. It was so grateful for him. I have really long, and some of them it is with message, really long message on WhatsApp about thanking to participate, to bring my son, and so on. It was really, really nice. And I want to thank you for you to involve me in this and to give this opportunity to them, and of course to Creative Europe to give me also this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and congratulations. And I will invite Mr. Amin Hashteb to speak a little bit about the job shadowing impact in Tunisia.
Thank you again, Maya. So it was also a pleasure for us to host a participant from Romania, early career job in creative job, but also two students from Portugal to participate and to assist in the different fashion show organized in Tunisia. It was an opportunity for all Tunisian and Romanian and Portuguese team to share idea, to discuss about the different approach for slow fashion, fast fashion, the different duality of fashion, the sustainable approach. Also, it was also the opportunity to learn more about the need of more link and more bridge between the local, between the regional approach and the international and more wider geographic fostering activity for a designer. Also, Tunisian students participate physically in the events organized in Yash, and they were very happy to participate in such great event. And for them, it was the first time they participate in such event, and also to visit and travel to Europe. And when they were coming, they are very happy, and they want to be more involved in such kind of project for more international visibility, for more disseminating their skills, and to more learning how to organize such big events. So they are very happy to be involved in such kind of activity, and that's
Thank you very much. So as you can see, the project activities were complementarity, and all of them continue with the sustainable results that were created with the Cultural Fashion magazine that it is also presented and available on the project website and on the project dissemination tools and means, which is the Cultural and Creative Fashion magazine that presents results strictly from the fashion events that was organized, and the Guide of Good Practices, Intercultural Learning Towards Fashion Sustainability, that includes the content information that was presented within the trainings. Therefore, everything that we presented to you by now, it continues put into the sustainable results of the project, and also another sustainable result of the project that we have.
What I want to say is that these materials are also educational and promotional materials. We have them in printed version, but you can download them and see them also in the website and pages of the project. Here in the magazine you will find information about the designers that have presented and how they approach these ideas of interculturality, of sustainability, of fashion trends and different ideas that they shared. And in the guide you will learn a lot of educational content referring to fashion theater, to sustainability, to creative entrepreneurship, and many useful tools for the ones that want to approach these ideas of interculturality and fashion sustainability. Then we continue with another result. It was a video book that we addressed for the people who are interested in how to better value themselves through knowledge and style. It was a video book with dynamic ideas regarding fashion for tomorrow. After 3 episodes, this video book evolved in a TV show that is broadcasted in 22 countries and in Bucharest on the biggest regional television in Romania, Apollonia TV. The show is called Fashion for Tomorrow and presents success stories and good practice models in sustainability. Through an open dialogue, we have their professional in the creative industries, creative entrepreneurship, civil society, education, and all the leading sectors in the society.
Dear guests, partners, and collaborators, this was in short the project presentation. It was a tremendous work and involvement in an international partnership in Romania, Portugal, and Tunisia, and not only really developed at international level, that the project overpassed much the indicators that we established in the project application, but this given by the motivation of the people with whom we work and with whom we thank, and we are grateful for being together with us. And of course that the project continues through the results, through the web pages that have been developed. And now it is time to go a little bit in the online, because we have also a few inputs from the local partners from Romania. And they are waiting and following us in Zoom. As you see, everything developed in the digital form, because even in this conference, the dissemination conference, we put in value the benefits of the physical activities, but also of the digital activities, and they are together with us in Zoom. We have together with us the representative of Kati Fashion Company that were involved in creating the intercultural collection. And we are waiting for them to join us. And also with this occasion, we thank to all the local and regional and national partners that have been together with us during the time of the project. And as we already said, the project will continue, because also your presence here, it is a motivation and a proof that we need to continue. Okay, we invite our partners from Kati Fashion.
So first of all, we would like to say hello to all the people that are in Zoom with us from different areas, and welcome to the international conference, and thank you for joining us. Each by one, we will invite each one of them to have a short intervention, and we thank them for this. The first guest it is Miss Julia Butuca and Irina Macovei from Kati Fashion.
For the first time, I would like to thank you, the European Commission, for giving us the opportunity to carry out a large the project Fashion Sustainability in the Spotlight, the new trend in intercultural learning. Sorry for my emotion. Thank you, Kasta Morrely, for inviting us to participate in this interesting project. It has been a good challenge for us to implement and take all the steps in these 2 difficult years for all people from the world. We are glad that we worked with all partners from this project. Kati Fashion was participating in all activities, all presentation from Romania, Tunisia, and Portugal, developing new opportunities for knowledge in this important sector. Our interesting part for development for the buff collection was using 3D design program. My colleague, the engineer Irina Macovei, will present to you a few steps made by us for these 2 collections and the impact created in this sector. This project can be first step, and in my opinion, I believe that this project can be continued because the impact created is at highest level. Thank you again, and continue, Irina.
Okay, we have also Irina, who have been involved also in the process of creating the collection with us, if she hears us. Okay, so we can continue because we have also together with us Mr. Vasile Burlui, President of Apollonia TV station, and also a very important partner for us in disseminating, because we are at the conference of disseminating the results. And in this regard, we would like to pass the word to Mr. Professor Universitar Dr. Vasile Burlui, with the thanks of being involved together with us in the process of the project and continuing in promoting sustainably the results of the project.
Good day for all of you. Because today I didn't brush enough my English, I prefer to speak in Romanian. Sunt încântat să pot să exprim câteva opinii legat de faptul că avem un proiect comun cu colegii de la Kasta Morrely. Este vorba de un proiect absolut generos și care cuprinde straturi diferite ale societății și în același timp chiar vârste diferite, începând de la vârsta de copil, adolescent, tineri și chiar oameni mai trecuți prin viață, așa cum e cazul nostru. Dar cu toate acestea, proiectul Kasta Morrely permite o comunicare foarte strânsă între generații se implică foarte mult în educația celor tineri și aș vrea să spun că au rezultate absolut admirabile. Am participat concret la mai multe manifestări ale acestei organizații, o pot numi, instituție, poate, cred că merită și numele acesta, și vreau să spun că atmosfera a fost totdeauna extraordinară. Pe lângă optimismul acesta pe care îl cultivă în rândul participanților, al creatorilor, este vorba și de gustul estetic care se educă, dar în același timp este vorba și de mișcare, pentru că totul este armonios în ceea ce ei organizează. Și impactul asupra participanților și publicului este extraordinar. Cred că industria creativă, prin Kasta Morrely, a câștigat o poziție privilegiată în România și cred că nu numai în România. Este o firmă, hai să-i spunem și firmă în momentul de față, este o firmă respectabilă, o firmă care face eforturi extraordinare și care aduce beneficiu comunității. Sigur, aș putea să mai dau unele, știu eu, opinii personale. Cred că este suficient pentru ca această firmă să aibă certificat de liberă circulație, dacă mă pot exprima așa, în ansamblul activităților europene care urmăresc o apropiere interculturală, care urmăresc educația, bunul gust și stimularea industriilor creative. Vă mulțumesc!
Mulțumim și noi foarte mult pentru intervenție, domnului profesor universitar dr. Vasile Burlui, președinte Apolonia TV. Bineînțeles, atunci când spune firmă ne referim la brand, pentru că vrem să subliniem că Kasta Morrely este o organizație culturală non-profit și de apărare a drepturilor omului, pentru cei care sunt din România alături de noi. And now we go back to the English side.
And I will shortly say what Mr. Vasile Burlui said about the project and the involvement, words that honor us, that the project is a generous project that involves different ages and different social involvement, which is allow a communication among generations and youth involvement that have very greatly participated in the event. He appreciated the atmosphere that he always find in the activities, the aesthetic taste development and the whole movement that generated in a harmonious way with impact that have already generated, and that the creative industry has a privileged status in Romania and not only also in the international level through the involvement of Kasta Morrely in the cultural and creative industries, and therefore Kasta Morrely deserves a certificate of free circulation in the European activities at international level. Thank you very much for your words.
We thank again to Mr. Vasile Burlui for his intervention, and now I think we can come back to Kati Fashion.
Yes.
Because the digital connections are full of beautiful surprises, and here it is. She's with us. I want to say that with Kati Fashion we have collaborated in different ways of structured and digital ways in order to promote the sustainable fashion. And it was very important that we could bring together the expertise of the Romanian, Tunisian and Portugal views, because not only the cultural view can be different, but also the approach of sustainability can be different from country by country. And each of them brought their own expertise. So let's see one more time if you can manage to hear us. No, unfortunately we don't manage. So this is it.
Okay. Again, thank you for the online intervention that we have from with our local partners from Iași. this time coming online from Iași, because we are here locally in Bucharest, and because we are in Bucharest, we enjoy the participation of also collaborators and partners at national level. And thanking you also for being with us at this dissemination conference. I would like also to ask among the participants at the conference if you would like to share an input with us about your involvement in the project steps and about the project impact in your involvement. I want to say that we have also here together with us in the room a representative from the fashion designs, representative from the creative entrepreneurship, representatives from the media. And yes, if you would like to share a few words with us, or maybe you have questions regarding the project activities and the project impact that have been presented. Yes? We have.
No, it's okay.
So we would like to say hello to Miss Adriana Agostini. She is fashion designer. She presented, she's a well-known name in the areas of the fashion weeks in Romania and Italy. She has an integrated approach of different trends and interculturality and sustainability. So we're happy to have her in the many editions of the Fashion Week, but during the project at the Sistai Digital Edition and the Palace of Army Edition. And now let's hear a few things about her.
Hello. Nice to meet everybody here in Bucharest. A long way to Iași. We do all the time. And I would said it's a very huge project. You work a lot. And all the Romania knows this. And thank you, because we have opportunity, the designers, to be together, to share the opinion, the work, because a lot of work on this area, and maybe it's better to look to this part of in this work. It's a lot of people involved, no? Young people, designers, young people to wants to show on the stage all the work, and international, everything doing international is very nice, and it's a great opportunity. And what's said? What the lady said first, bravo girls, Kasta Morrely girls.
Thank you. For us, it's very important to see the some of the beneficiaries of the project, because the designers, in order for them to speak, to be together and to have the possibility to express themselves through this kind of European projects and at this high level, it's very important for us as a cultural and non-profit organization to manage to have these opportunities for them. During the project, we had designers from all over Romania, not only from one city. We actually, we have this, it was one of our objectives, to have designers from all the areas and counties of Romania.
Yes, and we have another intervention from our guest here that was also involved within the Creative Industries Festival in Iași, even on the stage of the festival, and it will be very nice for us to hear about the feedback and the impact.
Bună ziua, o să vorbesc în română, nu vorbesc foarte bine engleză. În primul rând, sunt onorată să fiu prietena acestor minunate fete pe care le ador și pe care le respect și cărora vreau să le mulțumesc. Pentru că când noi spunem că în țara noastră nimic nu se poate, arătăm lumii ce lucruri frumoase putem face, ce oameni minunați suntem noi, românii. Vreau să le mulțumesc și vreau să le spun că le ador din inimă. Este mare lucru să poți să strângi niște oameni la un loc, să scoți în față tot ce este mai bun și mai frumos. Putem să ne lăudăm cu țara noastră. Eu am locuit 12 ani în Italia și era foarte important să ducem un mesaj mai departe, să arătăm oamenilor ce țară frumoasă avem noi, ce oportunități sunt acasă la noi, ce oameni cinstiți și frumoși suntem și ce proiecte minunate facem. Așa că felicitări din toată inima, mulțumesc că m-ați adoptat, să spun așa, sunt tare, tare mândră de voi și vă felicit din suflet. Aici suntem oricând și când trebuie să facem treabă, nu. Important este să cerem ajutor, să ne suflecăm mânicile și să arătăm lumii că nu este nevoie să spunem întotdeauna nu se poate. Se poate și haide să facem treabă. Mulțumesc!
Thank you very much. Nicuța Enache, who has shared about how important it is to be together in this approach that also showed to the world about Romania, the beautiful part of the Romania that we can do, that we have the capacities to do and to be involved, and it is a great opportunity to be all together in this approach to promote publicly the results that were also here coordinated from Romania and with the involvement of the international partners. And thank you as well for your input and for the involvement within the project activities. We will definitely continue because, as you see, all the activities have a follow-up, because all the results are obliging us to continue because we have all this capacity developed within this project. If we have other interventions from our guests that maybe you have questions or you'd like to share with us.
What a surprise. Thank you. I was not expecting this, but thank you for this lovely invitation. I would like to congratulate you for your, let's call it a good practice in the fashion industry and in the fashion, in the sphere of sustainability. I think, in a couple of words, to keep it short and simple, you are the future of Europe. So thank you very much.
Thank you. As we already mentioned, we are pleased to have together with us at the conference national partners from different sectors of activities. We have from the cultural and creative industries, from the fashion sector, from the creative entrepreneurship, but also from the associative domain, but also from the social entrepreneurship side. And now, thank you, Mr. Tony Kostea, for your intervention. And now I pass the word to Mr. Vali Mărășoiu.
Hello, thank you for the invitation. I'm representing, let's say, the social economy and the social enterprise here in Romania. I'm very glad to see that even through the difficult times of COVID-19 and with all the, let's say, hard to implement actions that needed to gather people around, you managed to create these outstanding outputs for the project and results, involving so many people and inspiring so many young people. Also working myself with the youth, I am always congratulating and supporting initiative like yours, that like your project that involved a lot of youth people and that inspired youth people from 3 countries and 2 continents. Congratulations for that, for the implementation of the project through these 2 hard years, and I hope for all the best and the continuation of this kind of activities and projects. So congratulations.
Thank you also. Yes, you mentioned hard years, and we say beautiful years of development and strengthening our capacities. Thank you very much. And now we pass the word to Ms. Tatiana Iso.
Hello, everybody. I am not in the designers world. I represent 2 NGOs, the University Women of Romania and the Future of Youth. And thank you for your invitation. I was very, very impressed by this project. And more and more we realize that fashion is something more than a catwalk and beautiful girls and beautiful clothes. And I am happy to understand that fashion can be an instrument which relates countries and people who have the same concept and who have the same desire to develop something beautiful. And it is very important to make the creativity an instrument which connects people, because each country has their own desire to show their tradition, their industry, and their, I would say, even beautiful girls. So this is a great way of connecting people, and I want to congratulate you for this wonderful project.
Thank you very much. As we have promoting during this time throughout all the partnership, we support the partnership and cooperation in the sector. And we have a last intervention, yes, from our guest, please.
Bună ziua! Spre rușinea mea n-am știut la ce eveniment vin. Vreau să vă felicit. Vorbesc și eu în românește ca domn profesor, că nu stăpânesc bine limba engleză. Vreau să felicit pe toată lumea implicată în acest proiect. Tunisia, Portugalia și România fac un trio perfect. Vă felicit încă o dată și vă urez să faceți cât mai multe proiecte de acest gen.
Thank you very much, Mr. Remus Munteanu, Deputy in the Romanian Parliament, and thank you for being with us, because by this we prove that the involvement of all stakeholders, it is important in this work and in everything that we do, because the results are made by involving the stakeholders of the community. We live in the common community, and only by working together we are reaching the best results for the future generations, or we talk about the sustainable development of the community. And this being said, and reaching the conclusions of the conference and of the project, I would also like to reiterate again the project coordinator, Kasta Morrely Association, and I will invite. We have one more intervention from the guest side, please.
Ce să spun, este talentul vostru de a mă lua în surprindere. Mulțumesc că m-ați invitat aici. Nu mi-ați spus că voi lua și cuvântul. Ce pot să spun? Sunt foarte mândru că am avut onoarea să vă formați în cadrul organizației pe care o conduc de 32 de ani acum, să activați în proiectul ăsta de cercetare care a făcut o echipă foarte unită, oameni de viziune, să vă păstrați verticalitatea și profesionalismul în toate țările unde ați făcut studiile de cercetare. Baza voastră e formată din departamentul experiențial al proiectului de cercetare, care a ajutat la existența, și de fapt s-a concretizat în existența ocupației de manechin pentru prima dată în lume, ca în standardele ocupațiilor pentru prima dată în lume, în România, deci suntem vârf de lance și în domeniul ăsta, și după aceea faptul că v-ați asumat să vă faceți organizație, după ce am închis proiectul, v-ați asumat să vă faceți propria voastră organizație și ați continuat cu mari performanțe și în primul rând performanțe științifice. Să nu uităm că, sau oamenii, publicul nu știe, Kasta Morrely Fashion Week, Festivalul Industriei Creative, a avut un scop de la început, cel declarat să prezentăm moda, cel ascuns să prezinte moda, că eu n-am prezentat niciodată moda decât pe mine, să ajute la desfășurarea două studii de cercetare, unul pentru scrierea unui doctorat de referință în psihologie. Actualmente acel cercetător este și profesor la Universitatea Alexandru Ioan Cuza la Facultatea de Psihologie, asistent. După aceea, doctoratul, tot un doctorat de referință, și anume doctoratul în etica manechenului și teatru de modă, ceva absolut nou și care 100% va ajuta și va fi de folos tuturor celor care vor să promoveze imaginea de civilizația, democrația, valorile democrației, valorile drepturilor omului. Deci voi ați reușit să continuați proiectul de cercetare care eu l-am închis în 2006, pentru că așa fusese preconizat și a îndeplinit misiunea, și așa se întâmplă, știți foarte bine, după ce se încheie un proiect. Și apoi știu cât de complex, mi-am dat seama, privind din exterior și din expoziul vostru, cât de complex a fost această activitate și cu adevărat, ce promovați voi? Calificarea. Fără calificare nu poți fi înțelept, deci fără o pregătire nu poți fi înțelept. Este foarte importantă și toată lumea are de câștigat dacă sunt oameni a căror pregătire contribuie la evoluția societății, că impostura, incultura, subcultura niciodată n-au dus la progres, n-au dus la confort, n-au dus la un model de viață care să aibă un viitor. Cam asta am să vă spun. Vă felicit, știu că suflet puneți, știu că faceți cu drag ceea ce știți să faceți, adică ceea ce ați învățat și ați pus la punct ca știință aplicativă și chiar mă bucur că abia aștept să văd ce mai faceți în continuare. Vă urez succes. Mersi.
Thank you very much. We had an input from His Excellency Dr. Morrely, President of Eurodemos Association, who had mentioned his thanks also for the Kasta Morrely staff team that had the honor to train within the Eurodemos Association and that continue the scientific and the research approach, and that resulted with creating the occupational standard of the mannequin for the first time in the world. And afterwards, within the Creative Industries Festival that had as a purpose to promote the fashion performing arts, but also another purpose of the Cultural and Creative Festival, Kasta Morrely Fashion Week, was to contribute to scientific performances by contributing to develop two researches and PhD in psychology and in the PhD in the fashion theater, which is an innovation within the sector of fashion performing arts. And by this way to promote the civilization and the democracy, and to continue this way to promote the qualification and to the progress for a model of life through the results that we have achieved during the times of performances. Thank you very much for your input. And now I will pass the word again to Ms. Ana Hriscu to tell us a few words, to continue actually, to tell us a few words about the Kasta Morrely organization as a project coordinator.
Firstly, for us, I want to say that it was a really great honor to see that in this program that is Creative Europe, that were almost 700 projects worldwide approved with leader of projects from different countries. For Romania were only 6 cultural institutions between the time 2014-2020, and to see that we are one of them. We are particularly grateful because we had a wonderful collaboration with our partners, and we managed to bring with us in this wholehearted input that we have brought in the creative industries by the idea to promote the professionalism and sustainability and the qualification and the young generations and the communities and the fashion theater in all these new methods, communication and with dialogue with the audience, that all came together with us, and they were like us with the open heart. So I would like particularly to be grateful and to thank to the institutions, companies, partner institutions, and the designers for their vision, managerial competitiveness, their proven interest in promoting the authentic culture and traditions of Romania, Portugal, Tunisia, for understanding the importance of such a unique project for Romania and for the partner countries involved. Again, I want to say a big thank you to the host, because we are here together at the Bureau of European Parliament in Romania, and I would like to express also our gratitude for the Creative Europe program coordinators. They show a really high professional collaboration through the project. They helped us with everything that meant supporting the cultural and creative industries through the project and the sustainable development of each activity that we have done. So what I want to say finally is that this theme of fashion sustainability brings to the fore the importance of cultural, social, ethical environmental, economical values in this process dedicated to sustainable development. We are very grateful because during these 3 years, because it was, even if it was pandemic, we managed to not only to do the activities but to double the results. It was very grateful that because we didn't do it for the project, we did it for the everything that it meant, this mission that we approached. We feel it that is a mission. We like very much that we do. That's why we do this pioneering involvement in the cultural and creative industries. So again, a big thank you for each one of you. And I want to say that our mission doesn't stop here, and we will go further with further performances in the field of fashion, of sustainability and creative and cultural industries. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I will pass the word to Mr. Alexandre Coutinho, President of Intercultural Association for All.
Thank you. So the goal of our organization is to open mentalities, to promote interculturality, to show Europe in a different way, to show Europe as an opportunity for young people. And this project actually connects really with what we do. And we achieve our goal with this project. We are still going in this way. It was very nice to see how much people grow with us, even us, the organization, because we are not used to work in the fashion part, even though I'm from the textile area. But the association for itself, it is more about interculturality, it's more about the mobilities in Europe and in the world. We achieve our goal in this project, and it was very nice to see how long we went, how strong. Actually, it was already strong, but it became even stronger, our partnership with Kasta Morrely. The new contact that we made with the University of Sfax, probably we will have also future projects. It was very nice and very good, everything that involved in this project. I want also to say, even at local level, our relationship with the municipality, with the local school, never was so big and so good like it is now. And this because of this project also. So even for us, it was very important to do these contacts at local level and then at an international level. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And now we pass the word to Mr. Amin Hashtayem on behalf of Sfax University.
Thank you again, Maya. I reiterate our pleasure as University of Sfax from Tunisia to develop such cooperation, and we hope that it will be a starting point for future projects. As I said before, our university is one of the best universities of Africa, but not only University of Sfax. All the universities in Tunisia have very good ranking level in the international ranking scales. And in our university also we try to develop the sustainable value not only in the steps of design, of inspiration, but also in the production process in fashion industry, but also in the consumption. We are also trying to develop and to the technique and approach using global and local concept by using what we call it the global concept, mixing the local concept with the global concept. So there is a need of interconnection and a bridge between the local activities for better international visibility. Also, it was also a pleasure in our university to participate in this project and to discuss with the different stakeholders in Romania and in Portugal and in Europe in general to redefine and maybe to rethink our concept for more sustainability, to redesign some concept and to re-implement those concepts with different approach, dealing with eco-friendly methods. It was for us a nice opportunity to foster our activity as higher education in a wider geographic area for more international visibility. And thank you again for Kasta Morrely for organizing such events, for all the partners which are involved in this Creative Europe program. And as I said, we need to be part of the change for a more sustainable world, for a more sustainable planet for the next generation. And thank you.
Thank you very much, dear partners, dear guests, that we have shared all these 2 hours of sharing together the results of the beautiful project Fashion Sustainability in the Spotlight, New Trends in the Intercultural Learning. We brought in the spotlight with the occasion of this dissemination conference not only the fashion sustainability, but the co-working process of sustainability, of bringing together stakeholders from the cultural and creative domains, from the decision-making process, from the associative process, the entrepreneurial sector, the media sector, to whom we thank that we have been together in all this process that have reached these results, and that we will continue with motivating by continuing with the cultural and creative fashion expressions, with the job shadowing, with the training, with specialized trainings in harmony and complementary activity, with the practical and applicative knowledge put on stage through the performing arts. And therefore we see practically and concretely that the cultural and creative sector is a domain that gives and contributes to the development of the community when it is approached in a professional partnership, developed stakeholder. We are grateful and we thank for all the participants, collaborators, partners, and volunteering team, because it is also very important to mention that all the festivals and the activities are based on volunteering activities, because it is a real proof that the community is developed through dedication towards the domain, together with a specialized and professional approach. We thank again to our host of the international conference of today, the Liaison Office of the European Parliament in Romania, that have given us with generosity this international space where we could present the international results of our European international project. We thank to the representative of the Creative Europe program for giving us the support and constant support by overcoming the challenges that we met, and they were a lot of challenges, but as we said, with the motivation and our approach is that the challenge to become a strength of the project, and not only to accomplish all the objectives that we had, but to overpass, to develop, to become a movement of motivation and of results that it continues. Thank you very much for your participation, and we wish from the heart to everybody good health, strength, and great results and success and accomplishments and the contentment in your activities and in your endeavors. Thank you for being with us, and have a nice day.